Big or small? Indonesia or Singapore? Macro or...
No, 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 no.
Which is better? Which is the best country in... We'll be bashing the two countries together and figure out which ASEAN country is just better like that.
Yes.
So why not start with the thing that most geopolitics country compare with? GDP, gross domestic product. It's essentially some number that says how productive a country is.
Yes.
It's a figure that we're gonna see to figure out which country is richer. Indonesia or Singapore? It is Indonesia by a mile. Upside down Poland here can spend more than 2 times of stuff than Singapore. Subianto can buy more cars, more jets, more yachts than our poor Lawrence Wong. Probably only capable of buying less than half of that. So let's look at the budget. Tax alone. You have $120 billion for Indonesia and just $65 billion for Singapore. I mean, hey, no wonder they aren't so corrupt. There's, I guess, nothing to steal. Let's compare something next. Next category. Capital. Jakarta versus Singapore is like some city. Jakarta has more people than Singapore, and it is the largest city on earth by population. That's gotta be a big point to Indonesia, since we are already talking about GDP. We just talked about it. It's time to talk about the other GDP. GDP per capita. It just means how productive a person is, or how much money they make in a year. This is another thing that geopolitics channels usually likes to talk about. But since it's average, it's not usually the best way to really figure out how rich the citizen of that country genuinely is. Because sometimes there's a bunch of rich people and a bunch of poor people as well. And you know that can skewer the averaging of numbers of it. It has a lot of inequality problems. At least for some countries. And we can always use other metrics to find out how bad the inequality is. So, which has a better GDP per capita? Well, let's look at Jakarta's. It's, oh wow, is that $21,000? That's quite a lot of GDP per capita.
Yes.
It must explain why there's a lot of people there. Why the cities look so gorgeous. Why there's a lot of Oh my God, Singapore's is $107,758. Wait, that's more than Germany, France, Norway, Japan, South Korea, Russia, Canada, the US of A, what? And North Korea? It's a bit of a question here why it's used, but it's to generally see which country is less deadly. It's actually less about how old people usually get in the country.
Yes.
But you see, life expectancy again is averaged. So even if I say country A has like a lot of 100-year-old people, but young teens die due to a disease, some kind of violence or bad health care, that number kind of lessens more. The average decreases by a lot. Instead of, when, say, a country has less 100 people, the average life expectancy is almost always lower. So, who wins?
《朋友》是一个坚韧不拔的纪录片，在香港这座城市的摄制，主演钱德勒、罗斯。
Singapore again by a mile. Whoa. Singapore is getting a good back-to-back mile win.
It is what it is.
Which of the two countries have better tourism? Well, I haven't visited them, so I don't really know. But ASEAN is known for being like tourism destinations.
What the hell? Oh my god, no way,
Sorry. With that in mind, now, which is better? Me personally, I think it'll be Indonesia.
Yeah.
Look at how much they got. They got Bali, which I think is a household name for some tourist people. They got crazy stuff there, and in just 2026, they have 7 million visits. That's quite a lot, There's Komodo Dragon National Park, which is crazy. It's like the only place where Komodo dragons exist, which is crazy. And hey, wouldn't you want to look at some prime time Komodo dragon action?
Yeah.
Me personally, it compares to Pyramids of Gaza, It's just Pyramid of Gaza in the jungle. Why wouldn't people see that? Those are some crazy lineups for tourist people. So, what does Singapore have? I guess it has Marina Bay. Singapore Zoo. Why would you look at a Komodo dragon in a cage when you can just, look at some prime time Komodo dragon action in the 17,000 islands? Singapore? What the... 16.9 million visits? What the... That's like more than 2 times the Singapore population. You're saying... Innovation. Now, what else to know which country is better by finding out what cool tech stuff they have? Singapore is one of the most advanced country in Asia, I think. It's one of the 4 Asian tigers, which that's some cool name. What cool stuff does Singapore have, huh? Why not start with Tuas Megaport? Largest automated port. It's driverless and fully remote controlled container vehicles and cranes. And the entire port itself has a digital twin. Oh, that's basically the entire port itself has a virtual computer version of itself. Okay, I guess if I'm an operator, I would, in fact, rather look at the desk and search stuff. At the files. Yeah, I think that is, in fact, better than sifting through lots of paperwork, which I think is not good. Hey, so, they have some really cool port. What else do they have? They make chips. Semiconductors, isn't that the thing that runs our entire world? They have United Microelectronics Group. Okay, they make 22 and 28 nanometer chips. AI. So they have an AI project called NICE, National AI Strategy. Nice name. Okay. Alright, this thing apparently supports projects related to AI, and they're planning to inject. One project is embodied AI for human robot collaborative execution. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so it's a bunch of French and Singaporean scientists trying to combine two capabilities of AI: high level thinking and robot control. And they want to make smart robots, apparently. Apparently, the project wants AI robots that can understand environments, have reasoning, medium-term planning, and I guess they would not stop at replacing humans in their working jobs and just replace the human itself. Indonesian innovations.
In summary,
This is how we live. This is how we smile. This is how we care. This is our smart nation. Shut your fucking mouth!
Next category, which country is better online? Singapore probably is mentioned a couple of times in country ranking geopolitics channels. I've seen a lot of it, and it's definitely praised for its very good techie stuff and being the microstate that looks and feels more like an European country than an actual ASEAN country. Well, Indonesia has so many funny videos type content that you see. Maybe half the times of the ones that you see online in compilations, if they're in a jungle, it's probably an Indonesian man. Or if it's not an Indonesian man, it's probably an Indian guy. Which, it's a lot to say. I mean, Indonesia is competing over the same stuff that Indians are known for. And that one viral boat case.
Right, I'll tell you what, you fat little cunt. You're boring. You don't sound like
British. Yeah, he's from Indonesia. The entire ASEAN people were fighting over where this kid comes from and what ASEAN country he's from. Well, it's from Indonesia. So who's the winner? Oh no, it's a tie. I guess we need a tiebreaker. Well, what best to use? Why not the ASEAN classic? Which race is better? Indonesians or Singaporeans? I guess I'm not gonna be racist. Alright, that's it. Goodbye.